So these are the same worms. What happened to the paper? So this is what I was talking about. And if you did it same way, look how big they are. But look at the paper. They also devoured the paper. And that's what I was talking about. Like sometimes when they ship them, you need a bunch of paper in there. But, you know, whoop, they alive. You can see they're alive. But you can see they actually now they devour the paper. I have to do it again. And pull the dirt out, do it again. But it's just in a small, this is on a smaller scale. But, but now look, now I have some really nice looking night crawlers. There's only supposedly 12 in there, but now they're really healthy looking night crawlers. And I'm gonna have to redo this again. Same process. I gotta put a little bit of dirt in there. Hey, little trick works. It'll keep, and if you do it in the summertime, just gotta make sure put put them in a cool place. But yeah, I've had it where I had them so long, and I was doing that every so often. They actually they were breeding inside the container, so I had little mini night crawlers in there. So they just they look like white worms always on coming up. So, but you got to be careful, because there's other types of nematode. I think, but when they usually when you get them from the store like this, they don't have. That's not this for quality. They don't have that, but yeah. So when you see that, you're like, oh, they're actually breeding inside the thing, and that's why they come up. Sometimes that's why they come up to the top because that's how you catch them too in the spring. So in the spring, I used to catch but like almost like handfuls of them. They could fill this whole container, and nothing but worms, nothing. So kind of a cool little thing about them that's really neat if you want to just keep them and have a fishing bait and on a continuous thing. If you have, even if you buy some, and that's how I've done it, and it saved me a lot of money actually doing it that way. And having a worm bin too is good. And I don't have a worm bin anymore, but used to have like a compost. But when I'm in the compost, there was not as many night crawlers in it. There was more the garden worms, or what they call them, the red worm. Those garden worms, red worms. They sometimes when they build a home, they put the red worms on the area, the soil. And those work good for fishing too, but they're a little bit more smaller. But they get kind of nice, but smaller wire hooks and stuff for that stuff. But I fished with those before in the past and caught trout, bass. Sometimes I didn't think I was gonna catch anything with them, and I caught fish with them. But yeah, that's kind of the thing with them. So you can see that's the paper. I'll open it one more time for everybody. And that's the thing about it. So you just re-clean it again. Someone showed me it, and then I was like, okay, this isn't gonna. I said, no, it'll work. Maybe it won't. And I was like, oh, it works. But it'll get them a little bit more hardy, and you can see like they're pretty plump, but they're sitting on the top because the temperature in this fridge that I'm using though is just right, so it makes them feel like it's spring almost, and that's when they come up, and that's when I just go pick them. But obviously it's winter right now. It's it's like January, and but it's a cool little thing about them, and you can keep them for a long time. Unfortunately, I lost the other ones, but hey, there you go. Tight lines, fishing, way to keep your bait.